All of this footage is shot on the iPhone 5. There's obviously no camera stabilization, so you're going to see some shakiness here and there. And I'm going to take it out for a spin, see how it handles 14 years later, and all of this will be shot on the iPhone 5 on both the front and the rear camera. Now, you may notice I may be using a microphone during this because last time I shot videos on this, I noticed that the quality of the microphone of the iPhone was really quite bad. So I will decide after I shot this video if I'm going to be using the microphone from the iPhone 5 or from the lavalier microphone. With all of that said, let's head out. We're at the first location. There are some beautiful houses around here, and I'm just gonna take a few photos and a few videos to show you guys around. So there is a playground to the right of me, which means I'm not going to turn around that way because there's actually some children. We're just gonna take a look at this side. See how it handles, how the camera handles a bit of walking. There's no OIS, which is a shame, but you know, it's actually not too bad, at least looking at the phone screen. Holding it with two hands. If it was one hand, it would be terrible. Let's see what's around this corner. This looks like a great opportunity to take some photos. So let's go ahead and do that. So some of you may recognize this place, and that's because when I shot the Honor 400 a while back, this was actually one of the houses that I visited. And they have all of these beautiful flowers out here and a lot of other things. And it just looks stunning. So let's go ahead and take some pictures. So while I'm here, we might as well check out the digital zoom because this, obviously, the iPhone 5 came out 2012. It lacks optical zoom. So it's all digital. It's actually not that bad. This is all the way back, all the way in, and back. Okay, I've finished shooting here and let's go and head to the second location, which is not far from here. Okay, so we're at the second location, which is essentially a car park near Five Guys and the Odeon Cinema Complex, as well as McDonald's back there. I really like coming here and seeing how the quality of the photos is usually with the sky wide open, and this is usually one of my favorite places to visit for that purpose. So let's go ahead and take some pictures. Okay, and here is a quick camera zoom test. And this is all the way. From my side, it looks very shaky, but the photos are actually quite decent. Especially when you consider that this is a 14-year-old phone. Sure, it's not the best footage, and you can definitely tell by the colors that they have aged quite a bit, but it's still really usable, at least from what I'm saying. But you guys can tell me in the comments down below. Let's try and look for another spot. Okay, so this is yet another location. We're in Arthorpe, and we're going to take a little walk down this beautiful little path. This is all going to be handheld again, 2 hands holding the phone, checking how stable the camera is. I took multiple photos of that over the years with different devices. The first phone that comes to mind is the Honor Magic V2 Porsche Edition. I forgot to take a few time lapses at the other locations, so I'm going to go ahead and do one probably looking over that field, and hopefully that will work out quite well. And obviously I'm going to take a panorama as well and show it to you guys. Now it's time for the time lapse. So this is the 1.2 megapixel f2.4 front-facing camera, and I suppose given it's a beautiful sunny day out here, we might as well test it out. So there's the path I just been on, and this is just like a sunflower field with lots of other different things. The camera quality is actually pretty usable. The highlights aren't the best, but I think the camera is actually adjusting really well. Highlights aren't that good, but otherwise it's not bad. Checking in one last final time. This is the last location. This is Rushden Lakes, and we're gonna take a walk down just there by the lake and see how the iPhone 5 handles low light in, you know, sun is setting very soon. So we're gonna take a little walk down there and see how it goes. So while we take a walk, I might as well show you where I am right now. There used to be some seating area here, and now it looks like they have remade it, repurposed it for children. So there's a sandpit. Some of these where you can buy some chocolate, strawberries, lots of other stuff. Here's the bike that I always take pictures of for my phone reviews. What's really cool about this is that they always change the flowers and other stuff on it depending on the season, so it always looks fresh even if the bike isn't. It's a bit rusty, but it's really good for photo comparisons and pixel peeping. Another little playground for children. It's pretty cool. I would love to play on that. Well, I would have if I was a kid. Let's try and zoom in. So this is all the way. Can we look into that canoe shop? Sort of. The no stabilization really ruins it, if you ask me, but you know, most phones nowadays have it, at least. few seagulls flying around, just a few seats, so you can watch the sunset. Okay, one more video just before I do the wrap up, just so we can see how the video handles in low light. This is obviously digital zoom up to 5 times. Varista, yeah, I suppose that's still readable. Not too bad, but there is a lot of noise. A lot of things are not exposed correctly, but we can still see the sky. That looks about right in person. A lot of bright lights. The low light capability of modern smartphones is significantly better. But the iPhone 5 didn't have that. I think that was only introduced on the iPhone 10 or iPhone 11, but make sure you guys correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. So yeah, it's not too bad overall for a phone at this age, but obviously not great. So what I found is that the iPhone 5 really struggles to focus in low light, even if there's a little bit of sunlight left, and obviously there's a lot of lampposts and artificial light, it's still really struggling. I believe that was also the case 14 years ago when it released, so obviously nothing has changed since then. But overall, I still think the iPhone 5 is still a very capable device, and it held up really well over time. I'm really impressed with it overall, generally speaking, but make sure you let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Obviously not all photos will make it into the video, and not all photos ended up being, super nice, but what can you expect? This is a 14-year-old device. With all that said, thank you guys very much for watching this video. If you liked, make sure to leave a like. I'm holding the tripod right now, so make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. With all that said, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.